Jaden, he has all the tricks it takes to be a world champion, and he hasn't seen that result yet. And I think that comes down to maybe the way that he feels in contest might cause him to crumble a bit mentally. It seems that pressure sometimes gets to him.
We all have our flaws, but I always look at my riding and think there's more I can do. So I would like to say that I need the most training because I just want to be that levels ahead, you know?
All right, so after yesterday's evaluation, we have some observations and things that we want to work on, places we see for improvement, and things that can make you guys a better rider for better chances of the World Championship title.
I want to facilitate them thinking through, like visualizing through, and also experiencing through the learning process of new tricks, developing their style, and also growing in their fitness.
We want to plan one big trick for each of you, something really like exciting that you can put in your run that will, take it to the next level, and things that you're doing now that are holding you guys back from getting higher scores in competition runs. For instance, Revan, we want to start getting you to the point where you can land softer, things that don't seem so high impact, because when the judges watch it, they see that as, oh, that was really hard, or, oh, he wasn't able to land that very good, so he's not dialed in. So that's something we definitely want to work on. And in terms of tricks that you need to learn, double front flips, then we should work on front flares. Those two tricks, I think, could take your runs to a completely different level.
Will be very beneficial to my riding and help bring it to the next level in competitions. But it's going to take some time to perfect those and get them dialed.
Jaden, I mean, your style and your riding is very, very mature as it is already, and this is something that you've been wanting to get dialed anyway. As far as tricks go, 9 flare is right there on the docket, and I think this is a good facility to work on that trick. And in terms of things that maybe we could improve on, I would just say, because Worlds is going to be in Rome on a bowl, I think we should be taking advantage of this bowl that we have here at Woodward.
They both gave some good advice on the coping work and what I could do better to get more confident and more consistent on them. A few people have done 9 flares before, but no one's really put it in a competition run, so it'd be great to bring that to the table and see how it performs and see what sort of points it can get.
Nils, dude, your variety and your bag of tricks is already so big. I think things that you're missing in your riding right now are just a big fronty trick and a big backy trick. And also, in light of Rome, because there's no box jump at Rome, I think front flare is a big trick that we could be working on this week, because you have everything that you need here.
It's an eye-catching trick for sure, so I think it will add a lot of light to my runs.
And in terms of weaknesses for you, I think one of them that we've spotted is comfortability on big ramps. And that starts with, getting over that hump of the confidence in it and just like jumping in and riding this, mini vert over here to the point where whatever trick you want to do, it doesn't matter where you are, you can do it. And there's no level of fear there. It's all confidence.
Not all these competitions are going to be small ramps like Australia, so have to get used to those, get more out of my comfort zone there.
Today we started out with getting the riders warmed up and ready to go, and immediately got to the bowl. Grinds seem to really be the kryptonite for park riders, and it's something that if we focus hard on it, can add that much more value to their runs.
But the goal is to lip slide through each pocket. You can do one at a time if you need to as well. I think we can get more than that.
I think really focusing on the pockets themselves and getting them done in lines and back to back was really beneficial.
As Cody said, to add some colour to my riding and get comfortable on the coping, so definitely push me on my comfort zone.
It's not all of our fortes. We're not all too used to that sort of riding, but I think with time and with training, it'll definitely get a lot better for Rome.
We went through some fundamentals with them on the pyramid, getting smaller tricks that were done, you know, tail whips, bar spins, heel whips, to try and find some little weaknesses or things that they didn't learn along the lines before they came a pro, and getting all of those knocked out of the way.
The habit of like rushing.
Yeah. Why are you rushing, Revin?
The way he lands, roughness in his riding, it's definitely a hard thing to fix. If he can surpass that barrier, I think he'll be an exceptional rider for sure.
For Revin, one of the big tricks that we outlined that could be an asset for him to learn in his competition riding was the double fronty.
I've been trying this trick for, I'd say, 6 months now. The first time I really thought about it was back in summer camp at Woodward East, right where we are, with Hunter, who's really good at front flips. I was able to get my body in the right position to flip straighter and not be so lopsided.
He actually ended up stomping one really, really good, or more than one really, into the foam pit, so much so he threw it to Rezi. He got wheels down on a couple of the attempts, but for some reason he just really wasn't feeling it. We're still holding on and hoping that we'll be seeing one of those in the future from him, because in my personal opinion, I think that he's got them.
I think if maybe we mix the two, the run up from previous attempts and the flip that I can do now, we can get a land.
Nils, one of the tricks that we outlined for him that he could be working on that will be a great tool for him coming into this year's World Championships in Rome is the front flare.
Cody taught me, so me and Cody were both helping Nils try and land this trick. It's almost a replica of when I learned it, so it was pretty cool to see.
Pretty challenging because it's pretty opposite what us as scooter riders are used to, which is the regular flare where you're pulling back.
I think the front flare it's like the icing to the cake on Jaden's runs I see. We did end up landing it in the end, had him every go, so I'm excited to keep dialing him for next comp season.
Helping your friends do a trick like that is what it's about, you know? See them land it is just like almost as rewarding as if you were to do it yourself. Pushing each other and both working hard to progress and land new tricks.